Hello, Toros fans, and welcome to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm Presley Davis with Ken Oda, and what a game it was last night as your 1,000th broadcast. The guys gave you a little bit more work to do going into overtime, but the Toros were able to seal the deal thanks to Mac Morelli. What were your takeaways from last night?
I thought it was a good effort from the Toros. Brian Cook had an outstanding game, stood on his head, several highlight reel saves. I don't even know how you pick one to send to the league for Plays of the Week.
Yeah, and I mentioned last week, and when his family is in the crowd, he just goes to another level, and they know it too. They were telling me before the game that he's so locked in already. Didn't even know his twin sister was there until, I think during the game he spotted her, but during warm-ups, he had no idea. Let's take a look back at last night's action. The first period was scoreless, and then the second period, the Mallards opened up the scoring with Cohen Honing getting a goal. And then it came in the second half of that second period. But a couple minutes later, Evan Foyles got the Toros on the board with an assist from Briggs Knott and Vovanamenko. And then went into overtime, and Mac Morelli was the hometown hero. He got it done for the Toros with assists from Vets, Ty James, and Dane Ramirez.
Yeah, overall a huge win for the Toros. It keeps them alive, gets the margin down to just 9 points between the Toros and Watertown for that last playoff spot. Still a steep hill, but getting slightly smaller.
Yes. Back to tonight's game, let's take a look at our updated Noodles numbers brought to you by Noodles & Co. of Minot. Head-to-head, the Toros are now 5-2 on the Mallards. Goals a game, there's a little bit of a gap there. Same with goals against, but then that power play, that's where we're going to see the most drastic. We were keeping an eye on that last night. We'll keep an eye on that tonight as well, on how the Toros utilize their power play. Then penalty kill, about 2% difference or so. Penalty minutes, I know that's going to be a big discussion tonight. Still about 20-ish minutes away from each other, but we'll see how tonight plays out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. There were a lot of penalties last night, more towards the Toros end. Of course, Cody Campbell got tossed, and I believe he has to watch tonight's game from somewhere else in the building as well. So that's part of that huge penalty minute number.
All right, fans, well, now it's time for you to be part of the game and open up your Toros mobile app for a chance to win prizes throughout tonight's game. The first game we have is the Four Bear Sportsbook over-unders. First one's going to be total Toros D-man goals set at half. I'm going to take the over on this one tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over as well. Toros, first of all, have 9 defensemen in the lineup, so more opportunity than usual, and we've seen a lot of offense from the back end. Toros don't have a ton of healthy forwards, so I'm going to go over as well.
The next one we have is the total fighting majors called set at 1.5. I'm going to go over on this one. I think it was getting chirpy towards the end, especially last night. I think Toros fans are really wanting to see a fight as well. I think they'd be happy with that, so I'm going to go over.
I wouldn't be shocked to see a fight, especially with the way things were going later in that game last night, but I'm going to take the under. Getting a fight not just requires guys being angry, but it requires 2 players willing to drop the gloves. I don't know that we'll see 2 players on the ice at the same time willing to go, so I'm going to take the under on this one.
Yeah, that one's going to be a fun one to kind of keep up with. Last night it looked like it was a party in the penalty box at one point. There were just several guys in there, so we'll see what tonight brings. And then finally, total Toros goals allowed set at 2.5. I'm going to go under on this one.
I think I'm going to go over. Toros gave up a lot of shots last night. Like I said, Cook played out of his mind, not saying that Anderson can't match Cook's performance, but it will take matching Cook's performance from last night. Cookie had a great game. Anderson will need one as well to keep that under, because there were probably 5 or 6 pucks that should have gone in for the Mallards last night, banking on kind of the law of averages and that coming back to go over. That'll bring us to the McDonald's Toros trivia question. 1 year ago today, which Toro alum had a hat trick in a 7-1 win over the Mallards? Was it Ian Spencer, Jack O'Hannison, Gavin Mindorf, or Billy Batten?
So I know the answer to this one, but Toros fans, if you stay tuned, you will see the answer on Toros Day in history. So be sure you stay tuned throughout the broadcast to check that out and submit your answer, unless you know it already. Submit it once you see that.
Get entered to win a free lunch from our friends at Dakota Drive McDonald's if you get that one correct.
Yes. Well, that'll bring us to our home key group, Keys to the Game. Ken, what is your key to the game tonight?
Short shifts. The last thing to beat up Toros needed last night was extra hockey. Still found a way to win, but Toros outshot the Mallards 29-25 through the first 2 periods last night. But the Mallards took over the third, outshooting the Toros 15-9 in that final frame. Cook was the difference last night, making several highlight reel saves for the Toros. Toros do get Kolmakov back, but to give them 11 forwards, but they're back down to 10. Unfortunately, Davin Nichols had to go home for family reasons. Hopefully he'll be back next week, but thoughts and prayers with the whole Nichols family, but that means the Toros are still only at 10 forwards. Toros are going to be tired, but as Dr. Malcolm said, life finds a way. The Toros are playing for their playoff lives, so hopefully they can.
My key to tonight's game is less is more. Last time there were times the Toros got ahead of themselves and added in an extra pass on scoring chances that they were creating. So tonight, if they can go out and go back to the fundamentals and stay simple, they can win tonight in regulation.
Never a mistake to shoot the puck.
All right, Toros fans, now it is time to see who we'll be keeping an eye on the ice tonight with our Minotauros Booster Club players to watch. Who have you selected for your player tonight?
I'm going with Nikita Kolmakov. He was suspended for last night's game after a penalty that was debatable last weekend on Saturday night, but in his last 4 games played, he has 2 assists. Most importantly, like I mentioned earlier, he's rested, unlike the other 9 forwards in the Toros lineup.
I have selected Mac Morelli for my player to watch tonight. He got last night's game winner, helped the Toros get a much-needed 2 points. And last night, I spoke to Mike Meredith before the 3rd period started, and he said he's really wanting to see Mac step up that period. So he definitely came out there and showed Mike and the coaching staff what he was capable of. And, him and Ty James, he was talking in his interview about Ty setting him up for that. And really great friendship there. I know on the pickleball court, not so friendly, but those two especially, I'm excited to see. So honorable mention, Ty James as well.
Well, especially with Mac, he probably didn't get off to the start he wanted in his Toros career, but the coaching staff has so much faith in him. In overtime, even when they didn't want him on the ice, he was out on the ice to take every face-off and then would jump off and switch for another player until it was actually his turn to be out on the ice for his regular shift. So a ton of faith in Mac Morelli from the coaching staff.
Yes. Well, before we get to tonight's game, any final thoughts?
Huge night for the Toros. Toros can possibly get more help from Bismarck. Bismarck, if they can get another win over Watertown and the Toros can get another win tonight, suddenly that gap to the playoffs is only 7 points, which if you'd asked a few weeks ago, things were trending in the wrong direction. So, a huge game tonight, family weekend, always a fun weekend, always a little extra motivation for the guys. Hopefully they can come out and put on a show for mom and dad and the rest of the Toro fans in the building.
All right, Toros fans, well, that's going to do it for our Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. We're going to send it over to Kobe Brault for tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena for tonight's North American Hockey League matchup between the visiting Minnesota Mallards and your Minot Minotauros. Make some noise if you're ready for Toros hockey. Welcome to the ice, your Minot Minotauros! It's time to meet your SRT Communications starting lineup. On defense, from Moldables Loud, Czechia, number 5, Jakob Bruse. Also on defense from Council Bluffs, Iowa, number 2, Ty James. At left wing from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 19, Dade Ramirez. At center from Minot, North Dakota, number 21, Mackley Murray. At right wing from Denver, Colorado, number 10, Will Nolan. And in goal from Marblehead, Massachusetts, number 35, Chase Anderson. Tonight's Magic City Discovery Center captain is Audrey McCormick. Your Toros are led by head coach Cody Campbell. He's assisted by Tyler Ebner and Mike Meredith. Fans, at this time we ask that you rise as you are able and remove all headgear as the Minot Air Force Base Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Please remain standing until the colors are retired. Performing tonight's anthem, representing the 741st Missile Squadron, Elijah Robinson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
With the pregame festivities just about out of the way, we're almost ready to go here in the Magic City. As always, I am Ken Oda getting you ready for tonight's matchup between the Toros and the Mallards. Toros looking to sweep the weekend. The last time the Toros had a weekend sweep was against these same Mallards here in this building in mid-January. Take a look at the group that will try to do that. Your SRT starting lines for the Toros. Pikic and Schwarz listed as forwards, but they will be playing defense. Puck is down and we are underway. Mallards control, flick it ahead. It's an offside play. And right off the hop, we have a whistle. It took just 7 seconds to get our first whistle of the night. Several fans checking in on social already. Braden, too, is down in Dickinson. The Carbos are at State Hockey. Bill and Betty Neiman checking in from here at the Pepsi Rink. The Davises are in Texas. And Billet Ray down in Naples, Italy. Jam back to the point, long shot. That skitters wide. Near side, Ramirez frees it up. Morelli chips ahead. Nolan couldn't gather and go. Rolls into the offensive zone. Ramirez kicking it towards the front of the net, but it's cut off. And played around to the near side, out to neutral, where Prusek flips it up and out of play for yet another whistle. Half of the Coreys checking in from Glenburn, and the other half here at the Maysa Arena. As we take a look at tonight's starting goaltender, Chase Anderson in net for the Toros, an .885 save percentage, 3.833 goals against average through 8 games played on the season. This is dumped in by Mullen. Out of his net to stop is Adam Kimbrell. Far corner, jammed around to the near side. Stewart keeps it down the wall. Little roll in behind the Mallard net. Picked up there by Steinhoff. Out to neutral, Kuzner has trouble. Hacked into the offensive zone. Nemenko gives chase to the corner. Steinhoff got there first, however. Toros take it away up to the point. Spadaro's shot. Stopped by Kimbrell. Thrown to the near corner. Trying to flip it over the net was Pierman. It didn't work. Now Stewart working on him with no stick. Puck chipped to the far side, and the Toros just throw that out to neutral. Mallards stay on. Into the zone is Honing. He had the lone goal for the Mallards last night. Tries to get another. But Anderson up to the task. Makes a couple of stops. This is ahead. Kolmakov into the zone. It's poked away from him out to neutral. Jax Warren dumps it in. Toros have to touch up. 18:05 to play here in period 1. Still no score. Shots even at 1 aside. Flipped out to neutral. It'll be Stricker looking to the middle and Watala, but the pass was deflected by Warren. Kolmakov takes over for the Toros. Works it ahead. Rien gathers. Hands up ice to Foyles. Foyles jams it down low. Puck freed up by the Mallards. Gathered in. Stricker comes to the near side, and Murphy. Pikic takes over after Murphy was stepped into by Morelli. Dawson looks to play it up the ice. It's taken away by a trio of Mallards. Morelli exacts some revenge on Stricker. And then Dawson with a hit in the corner is going to put the Toros on the kill. 17:22 left to play here in period number 1. Still no score. The Mallards, the 34th ranked power play. 34th ranked kill. 30th ranked power play on the season, 14.72%. The Toros on the kill are 31st, 72.92%. Dawson to the box. Toros to the kill. Mallards working out of the corner. This is Murphy. Long shot. It's in. Tip out front. Or was it clean? Was it Murphy's goal? The way the Mallards celebrate, it would seem the marker belonged to Murph. The Mallards scored first. Last night. That goal came much later into the game, however. It was period number 2. On the restart, the Toros control. Ty James chips to Nolan. Nolan dumps it in. Ramirez puts it off the outside of the cage. Gets it back, looks for Ty James. Quick shot kicked away with the right leg. Prusek throws it on net. Morelli's redirect bounces wide. Far side, Prusek with a big hit, nowhere near the puck. Toros maybe get away with one there. Dumped in, Nolan after it. Didn't collect it, but Ramirez does. Ramirez working in that corner. Pulled down, kicks it along the wall. Nolan trying to work it back out front for Foils. Instead it rolls to the side of the net for a grab by Kimbrell. Let's take a look at Kimbrell's numbers on the season. .860 save percentage, 4.649 goals against average, and a 5-13-1 record. Near side. Toros take back over in neutral, give it right back to the Mallards, then Rien takes it away again. Rien down to the corner where he's bumped off the puck. It's jammed to the far side. Mullen from a tough angle, shot save made, and then a cover. Perhaps a quick whistle. 958 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Toros trail 1-0. They toss Domina from the draw, so stepping in instead is Mahogak. Mallards pick it up. Jammed ahead out to neutral, glove down to the stick and dumped in by Domina. Anderson out of his net, rings it around to the near side. Cannot runs into the referee. Thrown back down into the Toro end. Warren moves it to the near side. Spadaro hands off. Nemenko for Cannot, whose long pass for Ori was off the mark. Ori takes it back. Gets hit, and the Toros will go to the power play. Delayed call coming. Cannot. Shot from a tight angle, doesn't go. And then a late whack by Warren. And guys tie up. And down behind the net, that's some instant karma. Domina was trying to stomp on a stick that had fallen on the ice, thinking it was broken, or thinking it was a Toro stick and trying to break it. It turned out to be the stick of Matthew Christman. Kowitz family checking in from here at the Maysa. They point out that Cody Campbell is positioned just a few seats to my left after being ejected from last night's game. Now we're going to go 4 aside, I think. Or are we staying 5-on-5? Nope, the Toros will get a power play. There were extra calls made. Domina got the first call. That'll be the call that is the power play for the Toros. Ty James and Ori trade places. James back to Ori. Drops it to Knott. Knott for Ori. Back to Ty James. Ty James. Looking backside, the pass off the mark, intended for Knott. Knott carries around the zone. Leaves it for Nolan. Up top, Ori. Ori looks far side, Prusek. Prusek drops it for Knott. Knott, shot from out front, hits his own man, and the puck is cleared all the way down. Anderson quickly up to the near side and finds Knott. Knott looks across for Ty James. It was off the mark. Up for Knott. He rolls it into the zone. Mallards are on it first. Good job by Prusek to keep it in the zone. Has Morelli. Morelli shot blocked. Ramirez hit hard. That looked like a pretty clear board. No call. Kulmakov gives to Mullen. Kulmakov looking backside. Morelli couldn't catch it cleanly. Up top, Stewart. Back to Mullen. Hands off far side, Morelli. Morelli up top, Mullen. One-timer save made, and the rebound cleared by the Mallards. Sent up ice for Morelli. He and Ramirez come together. Kulmakov into the zone. Mallards come full strength as Stewart looks to carry below the goal line, and then he just turned it over to Ty Gordon, who gets hit hard, and that will send the Toros shorthanded. Stewart was side to side with Gordon. If the hit on Ramirez on the far wall wasn't a board, if the other hit wasn't a board, I'm surprised this one is. This one was louder. So the Toros will be shorthanded. And the way this one's going, wouldn't be shocked if we do see that tussle. I believe the trainer's already down the tunnel working on someone in the training room. Let's send it down. Presley Davis has something for us. Press.
Yes, Ken. I mean, we were barely 5 minutes in before that hit on Dane Ramirez, so I think, not even halfway through this first period, we're going to be in for an exciting one tonight, and we'll see how that Four Bears goes and see if we hit the over or under on that fighting major called.
Yeah, a rare disagreement between us, Press. I took the under, you took the over. Near side, this is Berg. To the middle. Quick shot shrugged off by Anderson. Berg, long shot, tip out front, save made, and the Toros get the clear. Toros pressuring. Mallards still on the power play for 1:05. Up ice, chipped into the zone. Anderson touches for Dawson. Dawson rings it, it'll go all the way down. Braden Tews checking in from down in Dickinson. This is Watala. Looking backside, Tippett's in. Another power play goal for the Mallards, and the Toros are in a 2-goal hole. .46 to play. Toros on the attack. Morelli gives to Nolan, shoveled back to the point. Pikich bounces off a check, hands to the side of the net. Feed up top to Nolan, was cut off. Pikich frees it up, but it took him out to neutral. Morelli down the wall. Morelli gives it to Ramirez, who didn't catch it cleanly. Far side, Mallards out. From the red line, dumped in. It'll check up behind the net. Big hit by Pikich. Puck jammed out to neutral. Murphy had it hot by him. Ramirez couldn't chase it down, however, before Murphy recovered. Murphy offside at the line for a whistle. 10:55 left to go here in period 1. Toros down a pair. Draw in front of the Toro bench. One back by the Mallards. Chrisman hands across to Murphy. Murphy comes to the near side. Roberts. Roberts into the zone. Shot save made. Rebound picked up. Mahojak looking across. It's off the mark. Roberts back down to the corner. It comes right back to him. He's stepped into. Ori rolls it deep. Ori just getting abused in front of the bench. Meanwhile, shot goes over. Prusek keeps it. Cannot. Tried to leave for Habla. Puck around to the near side. Stepping up is Prusek. Prusek carries down low, trying to get to the front. He's knocked down. Cannot throws it in front, but no one was there, and the puck escapes all the way out to neutral. Tip, so no icing. Kimbrell out of his net. Throws to the far side. Puck taken away, and that's offside and going to be a penalty. It's a hook. And they're taking Ori as we hit the media timeout. Time for our Northern Century salute.
All right, fans, it's time for tonight's Northern Century Salute. From the 91st Missile Maintenance Squadron, Airman First Class Ethan Lawson. Airman Lawson has been in the Air Force for 7 months and has been stationed at Minot Air Force Base for 2 months. He joined the Air Force to pursue his educational goals of achieving a bachelor's degree in forensic science and to gain professional experience. Airman Lawson enjoys working out, reading, and hanging out with friends. He also enjoys volunteering at his church and giving back to the local youth. Fans, let's hear it one more time for Airman First Class Ethan Lawson.
As always, thank you to all who serve, especially right now as tensions rise around the globe. But a special thank you to the airmen and women of Minot Air Force Base, a huge part, not just of the Minot community, but of the Toro community. Provide volunteer security for every home game. Fill the stands as well. We love the folks out at Minot Air Force Base. Draw to the right of Anderson. Toros shorthanded for the third time already tonight. Mallards looking for their third power play goal of the contest. Up top, Davidson. Hands far circle. Across to the near circle, Berg. He tries a shot. It takes a deflection and goes over the net. Roberts swings it to the near side. Big hit on the near side. Foils went down. Mallards keep possession. Long shot, that goes wide. Davidson. Dumps it down low for Roberts. Moves to the far side. Kuznier. Kuznier down low. Roberts bouncing puck comes to the front of the net and able to cover it up is Anderson. 1:09 left. On the Papa John's PK for the Toros. Draw will be to the right of Kimbrell. One back. This is Murphy. Leaves off far side. They drop it to the goal line. Honing back to the far wall up top. Murphy. Murphy tries a shot. It's gloved and held by Anderson. .840 left to go. Here in period one, the Toros in a 2-goal hole. Murphy leaves off near side with Tala. Back to Murphy. Long shot blocked to the corner by Morelli. Murphy tried to keep it, but the Toros got some help from Mahojak as he carried out to neutral. He takes over now. Hands to Itala. Murphy up the near side into the zone. Shot save made, no rebound given. .19 ticks to talk on the Papa John's PK. 8:02 left to go here in period one. Mallards were short a player on the ice. Mahojak will be tossed from the draw. Domina will take it. One back by Foils, and Ty James tries to clear, but he hits Foils in the backside. Pressure by Cannot. The Mallards take over. Dumped in, it skips wide of Anderson. Toros get the clear and then come full strength. Murphy back on it. Cannot looking to flush him out. Played to the far side, back to the near. Mahojak up the middle, gives to Roberts on the near side. Roberts from the top of the circle. Shot blockered away. Loose puck to the far sidewall. Ori. Carried up ice now by Foils. Foils into the zone, tries a shot. It's blocked, comes to the side of the net, picked up by Domina. Domina rolled it ahead. Domina with a shot that's blocked by James, and then Domina takes James for a ride, which leaves the rebound loose for a Roberts shot. Second try stopped, third try off the pipe for Pierman. Far side, they ring it to the near. Berg tries to reverse it down the wall. He finds Pierman. Pierman from the hash marks looks up top. Davidson spins it down low. Long shot save made. Rebound kicked away by Anderson on Berg. Ori flips it ahead, tries to chase it down himself to the corner against Erickson. He's bumped off. Big hit by Nemenko, and the Toros will be shorthanded. Vova Nemenko getting 2 minutes for being too damn strong. Here's another look. Draw will be to the right of Anderson. Toros shorthanded for the 4th time this period. They win the draw and send it down. Toros back on the Papa John's kill. Mallards into the zone. Pierman working on Ty James. Rung to the near side. Kuznier drops it down low. Berg, top of the near circle. Works the cycle on that near wall with Roberts up top for Davidson. Davidson turns, gives it to Roberts up top, right back to Davidson. Back to Roberts along the blue line. He'll bank it down to the half wall. Kuznier tries to return it. It's taken away by Morelli. Morelli has Ramirez with him. They'll just dump it down. Watala carries ahead. It's chopped off his stick and banked the length of the ice by Foyles. Murphy turning. Gives to Watala. Pass across. The Mallards are into the zone again. Dawson forces Honing to give it up. Lucarelli comes across. Watala. Tip play. Doesn't go. Follow-up try. Somehow didn't go. Mallards still control, however, and Anderson doesn't have a stick. Murphy, long shot blocked out front. Watala finds it. Throws to the far wall. Honing. Bumped off. It squirts free, and Dawson finds it and clears it all the way down. Murphy into the zone as the Toros come full strength. Murphy around behind the net. Christman down the wall. Near side, Toros get the clear. It's Connaught. Gains the red line, dumps it down. Nemenko tried to get it to the front and Connaught. It didn't connect, and it's thrown out to neutral where Pikic takes over. Pikic for Spadaro. Dumped in, Nemenko finds it. Nemenko in, shot, save made. Follow-up try, stopped by Kimbrell as well. Press, I know we were going to try and get it down to you during a stoppage, but we might not have one as here comes Roberts in. Shot, it's in. Well, that'll make it 3-0. Press. We'll bring you in, Presley.
Thanks, Ken. You know, I was talking to some parents last night. It was a packed house. We had family weekend. It's also MOT weekend. Trevor Stewart's family was so impressed with the facilities. They said the TV does not do it justice being here in person. But I also spoke with the Mallards head coach before the game, and he told me that he was just amazed at how many people turned out here in Minot, and that, you know, they've had a road series a couple of weekends in a row now, and he said this is just by far the facility and everything. First time being here for him, he was just really impressed with it. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Presley. Toros have given up 2 power play goals. That last one was even strength. Toros have been to the box 4 times this period, to the Mallards 1. Big hit on the near side. Toros work it up ice for Habla. It doesn't connect. Taken away. Stricker in, drops it. They give to Watala. Shot. Save made, and Anderson has it. Smith Bannock crew checking in from here at the Maysa. Lacey Britt says he didn't come to the game to watch the ref decide the game. John Kowitz says it's a good thing we don't have Cody mic'd up here. That is very true. Far side, Morelli fights through. Into the zone, Mack. Sweeps it down low. Ramirez tried to get it to the front. It's taken away by the Mallards. 2:20 left to go here in the period. It's been all Mallards, 17-6 shot advantage. Of course, that's aided by 4 power plays. Down low, 4 Toros having trouble with Westberg. And Lucarelli takes away. Morelli gets a stick up high. Berg and Prusek talking, and now the whistle goes. Toros will finally go to their second power play of the night. Trailing by 3. Toros control the draw. Mullen drops it down to Nemenko. Nemenko up top. Stewart, long shot. Save made. No rebound given. Nemenko will take this draw. Mallards win it and play out on the near side. Stewart stepped into by Roberts. Toros try to chip it in, but Chrisman and Roberts take it away. Now they'll play some keep away to kill some clock. Turned over. Nemenko walks in. Wires. Save made. Rebound loose. The Toros couldn't get there. Meanwhile, Stewart up top gives to Mullen. Stewart near side. Morelli. Morelli for Stewart. Quick shot. Gloved and held by Kimbrell. 1:12 left in the period, 1:18 on the First Western Bank and Trust power play. Cannot, Ori, Nolan, Prusek, and James now out. Ty James. Hands off, Ori. Ori looking to the middle. That's picked off and cleared by the Mallards. Final minute of period number 1, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment, as Ty James brings this ahead. And he is offside at the line. 48 seconds left to go in the period, 53 on the power play. This is Prusek. Gives to Ty James, who dumps it in. Near side, Ori. Toros working the far side, Ty James. And it's cleared. Just 15 seconds left. Prusek needs to hurry. 11 seconds. He'll come up the near side for Cannot, who gets hit hard by Davidson. The Mallards take the puck away, and they'll take a 3-0 lead to the locker room through 20 minutes. We'll keep it here for the Farmers Union intermission interview. Who will it be? After a tough period, Presley will lean on old reliable Ty James.
Ty, what is the biggest message going into the second period?
Right now, just flush whatever that was and stay out of the box at the moment.
All right, well, best of luck to you in the second.
Thank you.
Back to y'all.
Not a lot for Ty. Not a lot you could say about that first period. We will send it out to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the Forebears Lodge intermission report after these messages on the Minotauros Network.
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at minotbraces.com.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories, our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Your plan speaks volumes when you're going to have a drink. Be intentional to ensure your safety and the safety of others by keeping just a few things in mind. The first is to look out for your friends and be the designated driver. Even if someone says they're fine doesn't mean they are. Second, incorporate water into your night. Ordering a glass can encourage your friends to take note. Third, be the person your friends trust and say no to the next round. And fourth, lend a hand when your friends have reached their limit. Your plan speaks volumes. Know your drink. Know your limit.
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond, at home or during deployment. For when things get tough and when times are good, let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
Being Bison alumni, both Hunter and I know what's important.
Giving back to our community,
supporting others,
and always being someone you can depend on.
Like First Western always says,
you can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena. Toros trail the Mallards by a score of 3-0. Mallards 2 for 4 on the power play. Toros 0 for 2. Recap the scoring for you. 2:51 in. It was Bauer Murphy, his first of the season, from Ty Gordon, who got his 15th assist. 8:14 into the period. Cohen Honing, his second of the weekend, 7th of the year from Bryce Watala, who picks up assist number 16. And then 16:39 into the period, Roberts, his third of the year, unassisted. That's the difference so far. Let's take a look at scores around the rest of the league. Already final out east, Rochester 4-2 over Northeast. New Hampshire 5-3 over Maine. Danbury 3-2 over Johnstown. That one's in the third. Third period action in Elmira. It's the New Jersey Titans up 4-1 on the Aviators. Maryland on the road to Philadelphia, trailing 3-2. Springfield up 3-1 in Wisconsin on the Wendigo. Down south, Oklahoma's up 1-0 in Corpus midway through the second. Middle second in Shreveport, the Mudbugs and Odessa Jackalopes are aces. Watertown up 1-0 on Bismarck. That one is early second. Early second in Aberdeen, where the Bruins have a 2-1 lead on the Wings. If Bismarck or Austin get wins tonight, or both do, each can clinch their playoff spot, with North Iowa off. End of one down south, El Paso and New Mexico. They're scoreless. Lone Stars up 1-0 on Amarillo. And not yet underway out in Alaska. The Anchorage Wolverines take on the Fairbanks Ice Dogs, and the Chippewa Steel visit the Kenai River Brown Bears. Quick peek at some NHL scores. Lightning 4-1 over the Leafs. That's in the third. Mammoth up 4-2 on the Blue Jackets mid-third. Mid-third in Winnipeg, the Canucks have a 2-1 lead on the Jets. The Kings have a 3-2 lead on Montreal at home in the middle of the third. Finals from earlier, Bruins over the Capitals 3-1. Devils 6-3 over the Rangers. Sabres 3-2 over the Predators, and Flyers 4-3 over the Penguins. Getting going a little bit later this evening, the Hurricanes visit the Flames. The Islanders are at the Sharks, and the Senators head to Seattle to take on the Kraken. That'll do it for the Four Bears intermission report, but we're going to go out to an interview. Actually, we're going to go out to commercial, then come back to an interview with Toro alum Colby Volk. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll see you back in just a bit.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new ultimate trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
As far as what Plains Ag has to offer, great pay along with some of the best benefits that I've seen in the job market.
The company understands the importance of family and family values. You need to have that time with your children. Plains Ag is 100% family oriented.
I love working here. Very helpful.
There's no problem it feels like we can't solve when we're working together.
Go to plainsag.com, fill out the application, and we'll be in touch with you shortly.
How was it being coached by Cody? Like, you know, I see a different side of him in the front office. So I can only imagine as a player. So what was that like for you?
Honestly, my first year, I was super intimidated by him. Actually, my first and second year, I was intimidated by him. But, you know, thinking back to this day, I couldn't be more grateful for him. He did a lot for me and a bunch of my other teammates around me when I was there. And just watching him and now talking to him as my former coach, we just made a great connection, and he's very personable with me, and I love that. And he loves to talk to everyone. So it's awesome.
Was there a place in Minot you always found yourself besides the rink, you know, you were always at, or group of y'all would go to that you kind of miss?
Honestly, just like lunch stops at like Qdoba and stuff. That's where we would hang out after practice, or even like the shake place when that was there. They're not a business anymore, but I would go and spend my days there, and then I would go bother my billet dad Kevin at his work for a few hours. Like yes, I wasn't doing. I had school a little bit, but I wasn't doing too much, so I had a lot of free time on my hands. So just going and messing around Minot was probably it's just straight memories for me, and I love that. So
you grew up playing hockey with Chase LaPinta, and then you were reunited when he joined the Toros. What was that like whenever you found out he would be coming to Minot?
It was awesome. I mean, I love that kid. I played with him for a few years back in Dallas, and just when he went to go play at Shattuck, and then I went to play my first year in Minot. I mean, we're the same age, and I was like, man, that's gonna suck. But then Cody texted me about Chase, and I was like, man, I got to get this kid up to Minot. So did some talking with him, and got him to Minot, and I was super pumped. Like, that was just another year that we had together to grow our friendship and be teammates together. So it was awesome.
You were with the Toros, you know, for quite a few seasons, and during that time you became a fan favorite. Like, there's still jerseys with your name on it. It's awesome to see around the Maysa. How did it feel to get that support from this fan base?
Oh man, it was awesome. I mean, coming to the rink every day just put a smile on my face, even when they're not there during practice and stuff. Like, you just get the memories. And my family created great friendships with all those fans and stuff. And even with my billets are great friends with all of them. And just coming to the game, even on game days, just coming in and being like, wow, this place is probably going to be sold out tonight. Like, that's just how it is. And Minot has such a great group of supporters, and they supported us day in, day out there. So it was awesome. You could walk around the city and they're like, oh yeah, you play for the Toros. Yep. So it was just awesome. Like I said, the support around the city was awesome.
Do you have like a favorite fan moment from Minot?
My last year there, every time I would touch the puck, they would go, woo, and I could start hearing that like through the glass and stuff. So that was pretty cool. It would give me chills every time.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Being Bison alumni, both Hunter and I know what's important.
Giving back to our community,
supporting others,
and always being someone you can depend on.
Like First Western always says,
you can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western, you can bank on us.
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond, at home or during deployment. For when things get tough and when times are good, let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Tomorrow might be hard to see, but tomorrow is right in front of us. And we're always looking towards it. Investing another $4 billion in renewable energy and low-carbon solutions through 2025. And lowering emissions by modernizing our infrastructure, bridging to a sustainable energy future.
Is someone in your life using opioids? Know the signs of an overdose: limp body, slow breathing, or vomiting. Step 1 is to call 911 and give them naloxone. It will reverse an overdose, so it can be used even if you're unsure whether they're overdosing or not. Request a free 2-dose naloxone kit now at hhs.nd.gov/opioids.
What is binge drinking? 5 drinks in 2 hours for men. 4 drinks in 2 hours for women. Know your drink, know your limit. Learn more at speakvolumes.nd.gov.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena as we get ready to start period number 2 with the Toros trailing by 3. They were on the power play for the first 6 seconds of the period, but that expires now. The Mallards look to attack. Turned over, Prusek at the Toro blue line, gives to James. James up ice. Tipped into the zone. Backhand try for Ramirez is gobbled up by Kimbrell. 19:35 to go here in period 2. Morelli on the draw. Wins it back. Nolan touches to Ty James. Long shot, it's in. Here's another look on a shot through just a ton of traffic. That finally gets the Toros on the board as we restart. Now a shot by Nemenko, blocker to side. Prusek and Ramirez with the assists as there's a long shot gloved and held by Kimbrell. Draw will be to the right of Kimbrell. Quick shot, that goes just wide for Ori. Mullen down the wall, hands to Connaught. Connaught fakes one way, comes back the other, looks up top for Ori. Tack to tape, gives to the middle. Shot by Stewart, goes off the crossbar, I believe. Connaught tries a shot, that's blocked out front. Shuttled back to the point, Mullen across for Stewart. Stewart, a long flipper, that goes wide. Rebound to the near side, Berg. Berg looks to hoist it up the wall. Nemenko comes flying in. It's going to be another penalty on Nemenko, and as the Toros touch, the whistle goes. It is a trip, and the Toros will be shorthanded for the 5th time tonight. Sally B and the Chicago crew checking in. Draw will be to the left. Of Anderson. Toros 2 for 4 on the Papa John's PK. Bouncing puck to the far side. Mallards hold. Gordon looks up, or Gordon has it up top. Leaves for Murphy, who breaks his stick in half on the shot. Follow-up try, jammed over the net. Spadaro finds it and banks it all the way down. Ramirez up on the pressure. Puck thrown to the near side, and Gordon. Gordon looks across. Lucarelli hands to Murphy. Murphy across for Gordon. He doesn't catch it cleanly. Ori pressures, it's thrown to the corner. Honing lets it roll to the far side where Murphy turns it over. Second hack gets through Spadaro. Lucarelli looking backside. Tip play, back of the net. What a passing play by the Mallards. And they get the goal right back. And make it 4-1. Shots 18-16 in favor of the Mallards, who are now 3 for 5 on the power play. Toros controlling their own zone. Thrown down the ice. This will go for an icing. Presley.
Thanks, Ken. I spoke with Mike Meredith in between the periods and just, we talked about how that period was, as Ty James said, whatever that was. And he said that they just need to go back to the basics and just really settle down some. I think emotions are starting to run high. And my key to the game, simplify. Keep it simple. Less is more. So if the Toros can go out and do that, we saw that when Ty James got his goal, that they just kind of took that extra breath and really honed in on those specifics. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Presley. Toros send this down the ice. And now another call coming against the Toros. A very late call, but it's a trip. Toros will be shorthanded for the second time this period already, and we've only played 2:37. Toros win the draw. Good hit by Honing, however. Toros do take it away and get the clear. Puck mishandled by the Mallards. Gordon couldn't quite hold on. Murphy stood up. The Mallards gained the line. They'll set it up. Up top, Murphy leaves off far side. Watala into the middle. Shot save made. Rebound loose in front. Connaught gets there and clears it the length. 112 on the Papa John's PK for the Toros as Gordon gains the line. Hands off to Berg. Berg spins it down low for Gordon. Gordon back to Berg on the half wall. Berg walks to the dot, leaves up top for Murphy. His shot's blocked. Gordon jams it behind the net for Berg. Berg turns off pressure, looks to get to the front, leaves it instead on the far side. Pierman shovels it along, near side Berg. Berg reverses back to the far side. Pierman pokes it. Spun up top to no one in particular. And it did get out. .38 seconds left in the Papa John's PK. Draw dug out by Roberts. Forced back by pressure from Ramirez, but he can't quite finish the takeaway. Davidson, hands off, rung around to the near side and Berg. Pierman keeps it with help from Berg. Eventually poked out for Ramirez. Ramirez with a chance shorthanded. Ramirez in behind the defense. A good stick lift by Davidson. Denies the Toros a shorthanded scoring chance. Morelli and Pierman were tied up behind the play. Toros come back to full strength. Meanwhile, Berg turning out of the corner. Gives to Pierman. Pierman wanted to wrap it, but a good job by Toros defense to cut him off. Mallard still on the attack, however. Far side, Berg tied up by Stewart. Ramirez finds it. Chips it down the ice. Puck tipped into the Toro zone. Ty James eludes a check, keeps it away to the far side. Ramirez trying to touch ahead. It does just barely get out. Ty James takes over, looks up ice for Ramirez. Ramirez dumps it. Kimbrell out of his net. Moves to the near side. It's Stricker. Stricker can't clear the zone. Toros punch it deep. Ori gives chase. Steinhoff turned it over. Toros can't get it to the front and cannot. In neutral, it's Warren. Gives to Prusek. Foils, flips. Deep into the zone. Around to the near side. Warren jams it down low. Near side they battle. Eventually it kicks out to neutral for Domina. Domina finds the zone. Warren pokes it away from him. Prusek hoists it ahead. Not out. Kept by Gordon. Gordon turned it over to Prusek. Jacks Warren up the near side. Looks to the middle of the ice. Turned over by Foyles to Watala. Watala into the zone. Looking backside. Played with a high stick and then cleared by Foyles, so the whistle goes. $13:27 left to go here in period number 2. Draw will be to the right of Anderson. Watala and Nemenko on the draw. Mallards control Murphy with a long shot. That's kicked away. Shot off the pipe. Murphy can't hold the line. They'll regroup in neutral. Poked free by Stewart. 13:10 left to go here in period 2. Toros still trail by 3. Nemenko down low. Feed out front from Kolmakov. Missed the target. Spinaro's shot's blocked. He gets it back though. Spinaro working around the zone. Feathers it in front. He wanted a tip from Stewart. Didn't get it. Kolmakov. Shot on. Save made. Rebound poked at by Mullen. Toros are using an extra defenseman as a forward now. Not sure which. I think it might be Stewart playing forward. Near side, Gordon. Fans on a shot and then throws the puck out to neutral. Murphy dumps it in. Spadaro. Davidson. Long shot, save made, rebound, put home. Lucarelli makes it 5-1. And that'll do it for Anderson. Cook will take over. Cook, before he went to the crease, just yelled at every single guy on the bench. I don't think in a negative way. I think he's trying to get the guys fired up. This is down low in the offensive zone. Morelli digging. Gives to Dawson. Shot save made. Ramirez tied up. Morelli wins the battle on the wall, trying to cut to the front. Gets tripped down, and the Mallards will go to the box. Toros back to the power play. Still over half of this game left. Draw cleared by the Mallards. Down low, Ty James rings it to the far side, Prusek. Ori, long shot, tip out front, doesn't go. Prusek leaves for Knott. Knott walks to the top of the circle, now high slot, shot goes wide, rebound. Ori races over and keeps it down the wall. Nolan swoops in, played back to the point in Ori, but it's cut off by Berg and cleared. On net. Cook leaves for Ty James. Into the zone, it's Ori chipping it deep. Murphy on it. Throws to the near side. 2-on-1 short-handed. Roberts is the trigger man. He's got Honing with him. Roberts stopped by Cook. Up ice for Ori, but he couldn't catch it cleanly. Crispin rings it to the far side, kept at the point. Ori getting worked over in front by Murphy. Walking in and shooting was Ty James. It's blocked out to neutral. Near side, Mullen into the zone. Nemenko working down low. Nemenko along the goal line, wins a physical battle. Side of the net, back across, diving poke, keeps it away from Mullen by Roberts. Mallards come full strength. Nemenko walks in, his shot misses high and wide. Jam play doesn't go. Mullen finds this. Up top, Stewart fakes it. Now he tries a shot that's blocked. And the Mallards hoist this out to neutral. Mullen banks ahead on the near side. Nemenko bumped off by Pierman. Dumped to the corner, Ramirez. Up top, Spadaro. Long shot, gloved and held by Kimbrell. Media timeout, Presley.
Thanks, Ken. I'm joined here with Sean, who is Riley Mullen's older brother. Now, Sean, you said it's been a while since you've seen Riley. So how exciting was it to be here in Minot for Family Weekend?
No, it's super awesome. It's definitely a lot different watching him on TV than in person, so it's great to be here.
Now, Riley had a milestone last week in getting his 150th game in the NAW. How was that moment for you as a proud big brother?
It was super awesome. Seeing him starting out, not wanting to even step on the ice, and then seeing him from here is great. So it's super happy for him, super proud of him.
Well, we're glad you're here for Family Weekend, and we hope you enjoy your stay here in Minot.
Thank you, and lastly, go Birds.
Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Presley. 8:29 left to go here in the second. Toros down by 4. Cook came on in relief. Draw to the left of Kimbrell. Quick shot, stopped. Kolmakov couldn't get it to go. Off the draw, Kolmakov now in neutral gives to Warren. Jax Warren dumps it in. It'll ring to the far side. Kolmakov tried to kick it to the middle. Touched up top. Spadaro, long shot through traffic. Tip doesn't go. Rebound lays free. Toros can't get it towards the cage. That goes for an icing. Icing is brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Nemenko and Domina on the draw. Nemenko wins it cleanly back to Dawson. Shot save made. Rebound near side. Cannot plays to the middle. Nemenko punches it behind the net, and he wins it there. Nemenko trying to kick to the stick. Has it poked away by Davidson. Schwartz pinches, plays down low. Ori up top, comes across. Dawson's one-timer, that's stopped. Near side, Dawson steps up on Stricker. Puck out to neutral. Schwartz finds it. Jams it into the zone. Stricker takes over. Toros pressure. It's thrown ahead. Nemenko kept it in, and it's an offside play. .7:28 left to go here in period 2. .50-50 draw controlled by the Toros. Ty James forced back by Berg, gives up for Prusek. Prusek near side, Nolan feathered it to the middle, and Habla. Habla's shot missed high and wide. Far side, Ty James shovels it to the corner. Awkward Karamov extension to the front. Didn't get all the way to Nolan, however, and the Mallards look to get out. Puck caught in the linesman's skate. Habla couldn't take advantage. Mallards control. Big hit freed up for Nolan. He couldn't keep it in the zone, however. Ty James takes over. Up ice for Ramirez. He looks to chip and chase. Far side. Toros keep it in the zone. Mullen to the middle. Foils. Shot save made. Shot from a tight angle. Toros think that went in. I don't think you'll be able to see it on the overhead. The goalie was over the top of that puck. They're going to take Stewart and Christman. And Ramirez. Toros will be shorthanded out of that. Mallards already with 3 power play goals this evening. Toros clear it off the draw. Gordon keeps it away from Cannot and gives it up for Murphy. Dumped into the near corner. James takes it away from Honing and clears it on the far side. Murphy back on it. Honing to the middle. Warren takes it away and plays out to neutral. Watala. Toss across, Murphy. Couldn't connect. Morelli rolls it to the offensive zone. Murphy's back on it. Murphy eluding Nolan. Leaves off near side. Touched in. Dawson plays up the wall. Gordon keeps it. Gordon couldn't keep it away from the Toros. Now Morelli attacking shorthanded. He'll crisscross with Nolan. Nolan shot save made. Rebounding behind the net. Nolan finds it. Nolan. He'll just play keep away as the Toros want to kill some clock while they're shorthanded. Spadaro. Into the zone comes Berg. Left off far side, toss it cross, shot high and wide by Kuznier, and the rebound takes Davidson out to neutral. Davidson pressured by Ori. Ori takes it away. Tries to chip it to the front. It doesn't connect with Connaught. Connaught will sweep it out to neutral and Ty James, who dumps it right back in. Just 5 seconds left on the Papa John's PK. Toros back to full strength, 4.5 to play here in period number 2 with the Toros trailing 5-1. Pierman shot blocked. Rebound turned over by the Toros. Pierman down to the corner. It comes back to Pierman as he played down the wall. Roberts trying to jam it to the front. It doesn't connect. Kuznier chases it down. Kuznier works the cycle with Pierman. Down low, poked free by Dawson, but the Mallards get there first. Up top, Davison tries a shot that sails wide. Rebound to the far side, Roberts. Connaught ahead. Morelli on the near side. They dig along the wall. Connaught finds it and shovels it deep. Kimbrell out of his net. Far side, glass and out. Spadaro settles it down. Spadaro into the zone. Tries to center. It's broken up. Spadaro. Up top for Warren. Back to Spadaro. Shot save made. Near side, Foyles. Foyles trying to dance through Stricker. Gets tied up. Up top, it is Warren. Long shot save made. Rebound doesn't go for Habla. Far side, Habla. Works off the wall, plays back to the point. It got through Spadaro. The Toros will have to retreat and retrieve. Spadaro leaves for Warren. Quickly ahead for Foyles. Foyles one hands to Kolmakov. They find the trailing Spadaro. He has his pocket pick, 2-on-1. Lucarelli into the zone. Lucarelli in, shot goes wide. Rebound far side is out to neutral. Murphy takes over there. Nemenko with a big hit in neutral. It's up for Connaught. Connaught throws it into the glove of Kimbrell. 2:14 left to go here in period number 2. Draw to the right of Kimbrell. Dumped in by the Toros. Murphy turning out of the corner. Plays across the far side. 2-on-1. Mahojic across for Roberts, right back. Good stick by Ty James, breaks it up. Roberts behind the net gives to Murphy. Murphy, shot save made, rebound, push to the corner. Taken away by Connaught. James plays it ahead. Way too many men on the ice for the Mallards there. They catch a break. This is Ty James. Banks ahead, Connaught couldn't settle it down. Honing takes over in neutral, ahead for Gordon. Gordon tried to feather through Habla, didn't connect. Up ice for Nolan, that was out of his reach. Big hit behind the play. Final minute of play of period number 2, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. Jam back to the near point. Mullen throws it down low. Long shot. That one's gobbled up by Kimbrell. Draw to the right of Kimbrell. Foils and Pierman on the draw. Bad drop, so we'll do it again. Toros win the draw. Up top for Mullen. Mullen walks in. Fans on a shot, side of the net. Habla. Habla up top for Ty James. Backhand try blocked in front. Mallards have numbers if they hurry. Davidson into the zone. Davidson looking for the middle of the ice. It ended up being Kuznier, whose shot was blocked to the corner. 26 seconds. Up top, Christman. His shot's blocked by Habla to the far wall. Mullen finds it, chips it up ice. Ramirez with Foils. 15 seconds. He drops for Foils. Foils fans on a shot, trying to make a move around the sliding Kuznier, and the puck's chipped out to neutral. And Spadaro's forced back. That'll do it for period 2. Toros trail 5-1. Shots 30-26 in favor of the Toros, despite the Toros having to kill several penalties. But it's the Mallards who lead 5-1. Presley Davis will be ice level with a special guest.
Yes, very special indeed. I'm joined with Brian Cook's twin sister, Nora. Now, you surprised him this weekend. How long has this been in the making?
This was actually a pretty spontaneous decision. We decided about a week ago to make the plans and come up here.
How was it when you surprised him?
It was very exciting. I don't know if he really acknowledged me, but during warm-ups we waved at each other, so that was great.
All right, and being twins, I have to know, do you have twin telepathy?
I would say a little bit, definitely when it comes to like memories and yeah, certain family things, so totally.
Awesome, well I'm hoping you're enjoying your stay here in Minot. We hope to see you again soon.
Definitely, thank you.
Back to y'all.
That was Presley Davis. We're gonna keep it here for the Chuck-a-Puck shots. Toros trail 5-1. We will run you through the scoring recap. Pretty one-sided, as we've mentioned. Bauer Murphy is first of the year from Ty Gordon. Cohen Honing from Watala, and Jack Roberts unassisted made it 3-0 after one. It looked like the Toros might be turning things around with a goal 28 seconds into the second. Ty James is 10th of the season. Dayan Ramirez and Joachim Prusek with the assists. But the Mallards struck back another power play goal. Honing is second in the night, third of the weekend from Gordon and Lucarelli on a really nice passing play, made it 4-1, and then Ryan Lucarelli from Deke Davidson made it 5-0. Or 5-1, I should say. So a tough go for the Toros tonight. Taking a look at other scores around the league. Finals from out east. 4-2 Rochester over Northeast. 5-3 New Hampshire over Maine. 4-2 Elmira falls to New Jersey at home. Johnstown picks up the overtime win at home 4-3. Third period action in Philly, but Maryland has a 6-3 lead on the Rebels there. Wisconsin Wendigo have come back in the third period with 3 goals. That makes it 4-3 Wendigo. Late in the third, end of 2 in Corpus, where the Oklahoma Warriors have a 2-0 lead. 2-1 Shreveport at home over Odessa. That one is early third. End of 2 in Bismarck. Shamrock still that 1-0 lead on the Bobcats. Shot totals in that one 16-10 in favor of the Bobcats. That's the story the Toros know well, outshooting the Shamrocks, but trailing them. It is Mason Gudridge in net. He's been nails for the Shamrocks and is looking to carry them to a playoff spot. Aberdeen at home now trails Austin 2-1. End of 2 in New Mexico. El Paso and the Ice Wolves are even at aces. Lone Stars up 1-0 on Amarillo after 2. Of course, later tonight in Alaska, Anchorage visits Fairbanks. Chippewa takes on Kenai. NHL scores. Games currently in action. Hurricanes and Flames just about to drop the puck. 10 seconds in, the Islanders and Sharks are still scoreless. 7 seconds in, the same can be said for the Senators and Kraken. Everything else has gone final. Bruins 3-1 over the Caps. Devils 6-3 over the Rangers. Sabres 3-2 over the Preds. Flyers 4-3 over the Penguins. Lightning 5-2 over the Leafs. Mammoth 5-4 over the Jackets. Jets 3-2 over the Canucks. And Canadians 4-3 over the Kings. We out to a commercial break. When we come back, some chuck-a-puck shots and the Fort Bears intermission report.
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at minotbraces.com.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories, our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, Come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Your plan speaks volumes when you're going to have a drink. Be intentional to ensure your safety and the safety of others by keeping just a few things in mind. The first is to look out for your friends and be the designated driver. Even if someone says they're fine doesn't mean they are. Second, incorporate water into your night. Ordering a glass can encourage your friends to take note. Third, be the person your friends trust and say no to the next round. And fourth, lend a hand when your friends have reached their limit. Your plan speaks volumes. Know your drink. Know your limit.
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond, at home or during deployment, for when things get tough and when times are good. Let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
Being Bison alumni, both Hunter and I know what's important.
Giving back to our community,
Supporting others,
and always being someone you can depend on.
like First Western always says.
You can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters, unlike those guys. We take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts, and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Being Bison alumni, both Hunter and I know what's important.
Giving back to our community,
Supporting others,
and always being someone you can depend on.
like First Western always says.
You can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western, you can bank on us.
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond, at home or during deployment, for when things get tough and when times are good. Let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Estvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Estvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Tomorrow might be hard to see, but tomorrow is right in front of us. And we're always looking towards it. Investing another $4 billion in renewable energy and low-carbon solutions through 2025. And lowering emissions by modernizing our infrastructure, bridging to a sustainable energy future.
Is someone in your life using opioids? Know the signs of an overdose: limp body, slow breathing, or vomiting. Step 1 is to call 911 and give them naloxone. It will reverse an overdose, so it can be used even if you're unsure whether they're overdosing or not. Request a free 2-dose naloxone kit now at hhs.nd.gov/opioids.
What is binge drinking? 5 drinks in 2 hours for men. 4 drinks in 2 hours for women. Know your drink, know your limit. Learn more at speakvolumes.nd.gov.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi Rink. It's just about time for some chuck-a-puck shots. See if we can't give away the consolation pot. Whoa. Down he goes. Send it down to the ice.
All right, Toros fans, I have Decker here who will be shooting for tonight's Chuck-a-Puck. Now, Decker, Tank is here for support. Let's see what you got. Oh, all right, almost there. You got 2 more shots. All right, let's redo that one. Yeah, you good?
This one looks better. Not quite.
All right, 3rd and final shot, Decker. I believe in you. It's all right, Decker.
Well, the consolation pot will continue to grow. If ever there was a night where the Chuck-a-Puck shots summed up how the evening was going, it is tonight. But his parents still get an oil change from our friends at Trusted Auto. Toros looking to come back, trailing by 4. Stranger things have happened. Watertown still up 1-0 on Bismarck with 10:15 to play. Austin up 2-1 on Aberdeen. Taking a look at the magic numbers for Austin and Bismarck, it's 2 points. Aberdeen needs 9. And Watertown needs 20 to be clear of both North Iowa and the Minotauros. The Mallards, their max points is 50, so they have already been eliminated as Watertown's at 52. The Toros can get to 65 points, but that would include a win tonight. Right now, Austin and Bismarck both at 70, Aberdeen at 63, Watertown at 52. North Iowa's at 49. As we await the Mallards, here they come. It'll still be Cook in net for the Toros. Toros down 4, only goal of the night so far for the Toros. Ty James, 10th of the season. Toros back to working right to left. Puck is down, third period underway. Morelli hands off far side. Shots 30-26. Toros had a 20-9 shot advantage in the second period, but only put 1 in the net. This is Ramirez working down low. Dane Ramirez up top for Prusek. Prusek through traffic, tip out front, kicked away. Another long shot. Nolan tried to leave it behind the net, but it's taken over. Christman banks to the near side. Arm is up. That will go for an icing. Icing is brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Taking a look at the Toros team leaders, Luca Ori, Briggs Kanat, and Ivan Sidorov. Of course, Sidorov done for the year. He's sitting on 30 points. Long shot, that's blocked out front. Stewart couldn't hold the zone. Lucarelli leaves off far side. Shot gloved and held by Cook. So draw to the right of Cook. Toros control. Warren banks ahead. Nemenko trying to pick his way into the zone. Leaves for Connaught. Return feed for Nemenko was off the mark. Nemenko hunts it down behind the net. Hit hard. He keeps possession, though, as he regains his feet, only to have it taken away by Davidson. Trying to jam it towards the net was Nemenko. Didn't connect, and now Gordon. Triggerman with Watala on a 2-on-1. Good stick by Spadaro. Breaks it up. Ori ahead. Nemenko touches for Connaught. Toros into the zone. Connaught trying to drop for Nemenko. Has it taken away. This is Watala's shot. Another shot goes wide. Down low, Berg. Picked off by Spadaro. Pierman up top. Tip play out front doesn't go. Pierman couldn't solve Cook. Connaught across for Spadaro. Spadaro dumps it in. Banked up ice on the near side. Kuzner. Kuzner into the zone. Long shot. Gloved and held by Cook. Draw will be to the left of Cook. They dig, and eventually it's poked ahead. Habla can't get there before Murphy, however. Murphy spins away from pressure, plays up the near side. Toros break it up in neutral. Kolmakov couldn't gather. Habla up ice. Domina couldn't keep it away from Foyles. Foyles walks in. His shot's blocked in behind the net. Habla finds the puck, puts it in front for Foyles, who can't pull the trigger on his shot. The Mallards clean it up. Mallards looking for their first ever win in the Maysa Arena. This one picked off by Dawson. Morelli helps out. The Toros 7-0 against the Mallards in this building. 4-0 against the Mallards in Forest Lake, as the Toros will go to the power play. It's Steinhoff to the box. .16 left in regulation. Toros out shooting the Mallards 31-28. But trail 5-1. Puck to the near side. Ty James keeps it. Throws down to the corner, Nolan. Nolan rings it back to the near side. Up top, it's chopped back down low, Nolan. Nolan moves it along for Connaught. Connaught up top for Ty James. Gives to Ori, back up top. They'll continue to play catch. Now it's Ori. Fans on it, didn't know where it was. Short-handed break for Roberts. Roberts, shot save made, rebound, hammered home. A short-handed goal against. Makes it 6-1. Just the second short-handed goal of the year for the Mallards. The 7th allowed by the Toros. Still 90 seconds on the power play. This is Nemenko. Cutting into the middle. Hands off for Morelli. Up top, Stewart to Mullen. Gives back to Stewart. Morelli on the near side. Stewart one-timer. Misses high and wide. Run to the near side. It gets by everyone on the clear. Toros start up ice. Far side. Dumped in. Morelli. Help from Ramirez. They come across Morelli looking backside. The pass is tipped. Ramirez finds it. D to D up top. Now they come near side Morelli again. Morelli gives to Stewart. Stewart hands to Mullen. Mullen gives to Nemenko. Down low, Nemenko. Help from Mullen. Mullen in. Up top for Stewart. One-timer doesn't go. It got blocked to the corner. Nemenko carries down the wall. Tries to cut to the front as the Mallards come full strength. Arm is up for icing. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Press, what do you got for us?
All right, Ken, on this day in Toros history, back in 2014, the Toros had a 3-1 win over Austin with Tim Donahue getting 1 goal and 1 assist. In 2020, it was a 5-3 win at St. Cloud with Kyler Cleveland getting 2 goals and 2 assists. And finally, 1 year ago today, a 7-1 win over Minnesota Mallards with Ian Spencer getting 3 goals that night. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Presley. Mallards looking to return the favor a year later. Up right now, 6-1 on the Toros. And Cohen Honing on hat trick watch with a goal in each period so far. Just needs one here in the third. Jam back to the point, it gets through Spadaro. 13:42 left in regulation. Up ice, Warren dumps it in. Mallards take over. Pressure by Foyles. Habla couldn't poke it back to the point. Eventually it rolls out, but Prusek had backed off. Ty James dumps it in. Thrown ahead, Mahojek dumps it into the Toro end. Looks to chase it around Ty James. Ori frees it up for Habla. Habla is going to get called for a high stick. So the Toros will be short-handed. 12:48 left to go. Toros have allowed 3 power play goals and a shorthanded goal tonight. Mallards ring it around to the near side and Berg. Back to the point, Berg. Pierman across. Rung down low. Roberts trying to cut to the middle. He got slashed, and the Toros will be down 2 skaters for 1:26. Press. Have the Toros lost anyone for the night? I'm not.
I did see Lucas Reen. He was icing something during intermission. Not 100% the status of that, but I will try and find that out.
Berg with a shot that goes wide. I know the Toros have 2 in the box and only 3 on the ice, but the bench is looking pretty light. I don't know if it's an injury or if someone just went for equipment repairs. This is Berg up top. Davidson back to Berg. Back up top, Davidson. Gives to Berg. They'll trade places. Far side one-timer. Fought off by Cook. Rebound. Stays in play for Davidson. Davidson walks in, wires it in. Davidson. His second of the season. Another power play goal against, and it is 7-1. In favor of the Mallards. And the Toros will still be shorthanded for minute 19. This puck sent all the way down. Lucarelli hands to Watala. Poked at the line, still gains the zone. Spadaro takes it away, throws it ahead, and it goes all the way down. This is Watala. His centering feed taken away and cleared by the Toros. Near side. Poked free. Ori trying to get going, shorthanded. Mallard still control. Watala tries a shot. It's blocked in behind the net. Gordon out for Watala. Shot soaked up by Cook as the Toros come full strength. 10-12 to play here in the third. Toros down by a 6-pack, which is what Toros fans may need to get through the rest of this one. Draw to the left of Cookie. Thrown into the zone over Ty James. Stricker with it. Long shot blocker saved to the corner. We are back to 5-on-5. Mallards hold the zone, however. Long shot through traffic, gloved and held by Cook. Media timeout arrives. We'll keep it here. Presley. What do you have for us?
Thanks, Ken. While we have this media timeout, fans that are watching from home, be sure to tune in to All Access this week. Stay tuned on our socials for Sunday Sips. We have a really fun Mic'd Up Monday coming at you this Monday. I'm really excited for it. I think it's one of those that it's hard to edit because there's so many great moments. I might have 20 minutes worth, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to cut that all down for Toros fans. But be sure to stay tuned on all socials for all the updates. It's been so fun. The parents love the socials. They love seeing their sons. Some parents, I won't say who, number 9, his mom requested that even though he's camera shy for me to force him more into the camera, and I told her I will definitely do that. So if you're a big Anthony Sparrow fan, you'll be seeing more of him whether he likes it or not. His mother has requested it, and I have to do what the moms say. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Presley. Yeah, that's part of growing up as a hockey player. These guys not just here training on the ice, as they want to advance their careers to the college level and various levels of pro. They need to get used to talking on camera. So this is in the Toros zone, down in the far corner. And there's a shot that's blocked up, stays in play on the far side, chopped ahead. Mallards take over. Rolled into the Toro zone again. Almost too many, but that didn't touch anyone. Presley, you have an injury update for us as well?
Yes, I have been informed that Lucas Reen will be out the remainder of the game. We will keep an eye on that and keep that updated as well, but he will be out for the rest of the game.
Thank you, Presley. So that means the Toros rolling with just 9 forwards. I thought the bench looked light. 9 forwards, 9 defensemen for the Toros. And just under 9 minutes to play, 8:59 left. As the Toros trail 7-1. Mallards control the draw. Shot shanked wide by Bauer Murphy. Spadaro ties a player up. Eventually dug out by Foyles. Foyles had his pass blocked, but it comes back to him. Now he misses Habla as well. Habla with his shot shrugged off by the goaltender Kimbrell. Mishandled by Jax Warren. Christman back in his own zone. Keeps it away from Habla. Hands up the wall, near side. Mallards can't gain the line, cannot make that. Kolmakov drops for Foyles. Shot save made, and the rebound covered by Kimbrell. Difficult weekend for the Toros. I talked about it during the pregame show. Fatigue definitely a factor. Add in Davin Nichols having to leave to tend to a family matter, and Lucas Rien getting knocked out of this game. So there's a shot by Dawson, blocked out to neutral by Berg. Just 9 forwards after having only 10 last night. Ramirez tries to walk in. His shot's blocked. Flicked ahead. Kuzner taken to the wall. This is Pikic mishandling. Nolan there feeds Ramirez. Ramirez looks across for Morelli. Shot blocked. Second try, it's in. Goals in 2 in a row for Morelli. Prusek over to say something to someone on the Mallards. I don't know what precipitated that. Quick shot. That one's gobbled up by Krimble as Ori was crashing. Draw to the left of Kimbrell. Again, not to make excuses for the guys on the ice. The Toros very short-handed. You look at who's out of the lineup. Been without Michael Solominski for 15 or so games. Cannot into the zone, leaves off far side, he missed Ori. Sidorov out for the rest of the year after last weekend. Prusek working down low. Prusek looks in front, it doesn't connect, and now Ty Gordon looks to go the other way for the Mallards. Gordon in, tries to cut to the middle, it's broken up by Prusek. Mario Fate was lost just 17 games into the season. This is Nemenko. Fate was the team's second leading scorer at the time, 4 goals, 10 assists. Near side, this is Mullen. Mullen into the zone. Flicked up ice to the Toro blue line. Toros lose Artem Prima at Christmas break as he had trouble getting back to the U.S. from Russia. And then when he finally did, got scooped up by the Omaha Lancers. He was the Toros' leading scorer at the time. Brady Zuzek was the Toros' leading scorer when Fargo scooped him up. So just bad injury luck, bad luck overall as there's a shot gobbled up by Kimbrell. Take a look at the Central Division standings entering play tonight. Offensive zone draw for the Toros. Bobcats came back and forced overtime. So the Shamrocks do get at least a point, but that one's still going. Austin now up 2 in the ODI Center. If they can hold on, they clinch their playoff spot. Bobcats need to win to get theirs as North Iowa's off tonight. Put in front, and a stop by Cook. The rebound up and out of play. The good news if you're a Toro fan, hey, I've never seen a team with injury luck like the Toros this year. The other good news, while you do lose a lot on the back end, Davin Nichols, the only forward who ages out. We talk about it all the time, the second-year jump that forwards, well, players overall will make their second year of junior, knowing what to expect, what to get ready for in the offseason. You hope to see guys like Morelli is doing right now build some momentum in this back third or back quarter of the season and carry that into next season. This is Morelli into the zone with goals in each game this weekend. Morelli taken to the corner. Nolan back to the point. Prusek sweeps across. Good keep by Ty James, but he couldn't hold on to it. Roberts with the move at the line, but is made offside, and the whistle goes. Palindrome on the clock. 5:05 to play here in regulation as the Toros are down 5. Don't know that all will be back, but you hope you'll get Mario Fate back. I think pretty good sign that he came to visit for a bit last week. So this is broken up ice, will roll on net. Kimbrell will poke it to the corner for Nolan. Nolan leaves for Ramirez, back to the point in Prusek. Prusek across. Kicked up the wall, turnaround try, gloved and held by Kimbrell. But Ori in 06. Knott in 07. Ramirez in 06. Morelli in 06. Wicklund in 07. So we look at some of those leading scorers. Sidorov in 06. So a lot of the offense on this team eligible to come back as this is banked to the far side. Unable to keep it was Dawson. This carried ahead by Kuzner. Kuzner hands off near side. Nemenko, another guy who's put up a lot of points after joining the team late. 11 in 16 games, or I'm sorry, 17 games. This is Dawson working it back to the far side. Schwarz looking up ice. It didn't connect with Nemenko. Toros also have, while you lose Ty James and Dawson, Mullen and Stewart, delayed call coming when the Toros touch, the whistle goes. The Toros will go back to the Papa John's penalty kill with 3:49 to play. Schwarz is an 07, Prusek an 06. Solominski will hopefully be back from injury. He's an 06. Spinaro's an 08. Pikic an 08. And Warren in 07. So you hope to see guys build off this year next season and supplement the roster over the offseason. Taken away by Todd James. He fails to clear. Murphy keeps it. Shot off the post. Toros get the clear. Carried up ice by Murphy. Looks across. Mallards gain the line. Honing. Drops for Gordon. Gordon comes across. Touched up top. The Mallards play it out to neutral on their own. Run to the far side. Kuzner. Comes back to him. Hands off to Roberts. Roberts leaves far side. They sweep it up top. Davidson jams to the side of the net. Roberts is there. Looking back door, they missed Berg. 22 seconds on the Papa John's PK for the Toros. Pierman across, long shot, gloved and held on the rebound as Roberts got a whack at the loose puck, but Cookie able to hold on. 2:03 left here in the third. So the Toros, a very young team this year. Growing pains are natural. You look at the Mallards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 age-out players themselves. So this Mallards team can have a lot of players back as well as the Toros get to clear. Chrisman, Murphy, Berg, Roberts, and Pierman. And now we got a fight behind the play. A big hit, and Ori's going after Berg. They'll both be done for the night. 1:51 left. And Berg taunting the fans as he goes down the hall. Let's see what the calls are that come out of this. Ori, of course, wearing a bubble after missing last weekend with an injury, which makes it a no-no for him to try to fight. The Toros were about to get Nemenko back in 2 seconds. So minute 51 left. So apparently there was no initial call. It was just all the fight behind the play. Foils wins the draw back. Toros come back to full strength. 107 seconds left in this one. Kolmakov gives to Warren. Toros dump it in. Kolmakov. Dumped in, it'll be gloved down and played by Kimbrell. Foils couldn't feed Habla. Toros finishing this game with just 8 forwards at this point. Far side, Schwartz. Final minute of play brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. I appreciate Kobe's optimism, saying a minute left in regulation as opposed to tonight's contest, but as much as I would love to see it, I don't see a comeback happening here. 40 seconds left. Far side, Honing touches up ice. They come across for Lucarelli. Puck pinballs, Schwartz finds it. It's ahead for Connaught. 25 seconds. Fed to the middle, Nolan. Shot goes up off the glass. Rebound to the far side. Stuff play doesn't go. Fanned on by Morelli. Watala finds the puck. Mallards will get the clear. They're going to attack with 3 seconds left. Sliding block by Pikic, and that leads to a whistle with 0.4 of a second left. Final shots on goal will be 38-36. And the Toros fall 7-2. Barring some silliness here in the final 0.4 of a second. And there is no more silliness. The horn sounds. We'll keep it here for 3 stars. No need to autopsy this one. We've got to get downstairs for the final events of Family Weekend, which will no doubt have a bit of a cloud over them, but Toros fall 7-2 to the Mallards. The Mallards get their first ever win here on the Pepsi Rink at Maysa Arena. So, we wait for 3 stars. Here's your 3 stars of the game.
Your Liberty Tech's third star of the game with 2 assists, number 19, Dane Ramirez. Your Liberty Tech's second star of the game with 1 goal, number 2, Ty James. And your Liberty Tech's first star of the night, also with a goal, number 21, Macklin Murray.
That will do it for the weekend. Toros fall 7-2 and a weekend split in front of 2,036. Well, at least at the start of the game. Toros fall 7-2. We'll recap the scoring since I know we've got Mallards fans tuned in as well. It was Murphy from Gordon, Cohen Honing from Watala, and Roberts to make it 3-0 Mallards after the first. In the second, Ty James got the Toros on the board from Ramirez and Prusek. But Honing from Gordon and Lucarelli, and then Lucarelli from Davidson pushed it to 5-1 Mallards after one. Mallards would add on from Mahozak and Davidson in the third before Mackley Morelli would get his second of the weekend, 7th of the season from Dane Ramirez to push the final to 7-2. That will do it for us here. For Sean Bachhoven, Kobe Brault, Edward Neiman, Sebastian Machado, Presley Davis, I'm Ken Oda, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll talk to you next Friday from St. Cloud.